Hey guys, today I'm going to be doing a huge luxury try-on haul. All of the products I purchased from Nordstrom, and I am working with Nordstrom on this video, so a big thank you to them. But let me go ahead and show you some of the products that I am going to be using. And the impetus behind this haul is the Cle de Peau Radiant Cream Foundation. I went onto the Nordstrom site specifically to get this. This is a newly reformulated foundation. So the Radiant Cream Foundation, I think it was the same name, has existed in the Cle de Peau line, but they recently reformulated it. I got it in the shade B10. Usually I've been going for the shade 020. But because I have been, just feeling really, really pale, I thought maybe B10 would be a little bit better. Anyway, I have that. I did also get the long-lasting hydrating veil SPF 21. This is kind of like a primer. We'll be trying this, and I think I'll be just using this on half of my face because I really want to see how this foundation kind of wears by itself. I did also get another Cle de Peau eyeshadow quad. You guys know how much I love the eyeshadow quads. I got another Sisley Fito Rouge Shine. These are the new lipsticks from Sisley that are refillable. Sisley was kind enough in sending me 4 shades, but I really wanted something very nude, so I got shade number 10, which I believe is the nudist in the line. I did also pick this up. This is not a new product, but I have been eyeing it for a very long time. This is a blush from YSL. This is in the shade number 5, Nude Blouse. And you guys know how much I love like a nude kind of blush. So I thought I would try that out. And La Perla has a mascara and a brow gel. And I love the La Perla lipsticks that I've tried. So I thought, why don't we keep going with their makeup line? I'm very, very excited that they are kind of building it out. These aren't like brand spanking new, but they are, I don't know, I guess on the newer side. Anyway, let's go ahead and start with this long-lasting hydrating veil from Cle de Peau. And again, this has an SPF 21, and the active ingredients, the sunscreen in here is all chemical sunscreen. So here is the new packaging. All the new packaging has this really pretty like gold, like divot kind of trim around everything. It's very pretty. So I'm gonna shake this up. And I'm going to apply this, like I said, just to one half of my face. I want to see how the foundation does, kind of do like a little quick comparison there. And let me just squeeze some out. So this does have a very light texture, and it kind of just looks like lotion. Let me go ahead and just use that bit. So I'm going to put it on the right side of my face. There is quite a scent to it. It almost smells... I mean, it smells fine, and it's actually dissipating quite quickly, but it just smells like, I guess, like sunscreen. Careful not to get it in my eye, because that always stings. So because I have very dry skin, the fact that this is called a long-lasting hydrating veil was very appealing to me, and this does seem to have like a very moisturizing effect. It also feels really, really soft, or it's making my skin feel very soft. It's not like a tacky primer or anything like that. It is like a little bit smoothing, I would say. I think, by its name, I think its main purpose and what I would agree with in terms of its claims is that it is very, very hydrating. My skin feels very well moisturized on this side. All right, so hydrating veil on this side, nothing on this side. I feel like it brightened up my skin a little bit too, so maybe that slight kind of whitish, like very, very, very light pink kind of tint really did kind of brighten up my complexion a little bit. Very nice. Okay, let's move on to the foundation. I'm really, really, really excited for this particular foundation. The previous version in this Radiant Cream Foundation was okay. I liked it. It just wasn't my favorite, and I could never really put my finger on it, but it was just a foundation I never really reached for that often. I guess it has like a medium, like straight up medium coverage, and I like something a little bit lighter. You could definitely, I remember you could build it up to like a light, a medium full coverage, and I don't know, I just didn't like that. So we'll see how this one fares. So this one is SPF 25, and this is a mixture of chemical and physical sunscreen. And again, I got in the shade B10, so hopefully that will work. So here is the tube. Again, we've got that gold trim there. And this is 21 milliliters, 0.88 fluid ounces. So it's a little bit less than 1 fluid ounce, which is kind of surprising. Let me shake this up. And this also has like a squeezy tip. Okay, so here is the B10 shade. So there is a little bit more of like a peachy undertone to this versus the O, which is ochre. That one has a little bit more of like a warmer undertone. Warmer like yellow undertone versus this peach. Huh. This may work for me. Let's see. This does seem to have pretty high coverage, so let me start there. And I'm going to use actually my favorite Cle de Peau foundation brush and blend that in. Ooh, I like how this is blending in on top of that hydrating veil, like super smooth. I'm just going to dip in just a little bit here. And I'm just applying to this right side of my face to start with. I want to see what the coverage is like. It's like a light medium. You know, I'm putting on just the littlest bit here. I'm being very careful. But I think probably the sweet spot for this foundation is a medium. The coverage is really beautiful. I have to say, so far, I really like it on the skin. It looks blurring. It also is giving me the coverage, but it doesn't look makeup-y. And I think the previous version, that's maybe the problem that I had with it, that, yeah, it had like a really decent coverage and it made my skin look nice, but there's that little difference in foundation that I find that sometimes they just kind of cross into looking like obvious on the skin, makeup-y on the skin. This doesn't have that. I feel like the previous version maybe had that a little bit more. This looks much more seamless. It's beautiful. Okay, so this is with the foundation without. Really lovely. And I think this shade is really nice. I think this is working for me. Yeah, now that I'm a bit paler. All right, let's go ahead and apply to the rest of my face. And I'm still using what I squeezed out on the back of my hand. So again, this has some decent coverage, and there is a fragrance to it. It's that Cle de Peau rose floral fragrance. Okay, I think I need just a teensy bit more. Now, like I said, I do have very dry skin, but I'm gonna take a wild guess and say that this is actually good for many skin types. Definitely through normal, maybe normal oily, because it just has such a natural finish. It's not too radiant. All right. Wow. I think that looks really nice. And I do feel like it is a little bit blurring. I'm trying to see if I can see a difference between the, this is the veil side, and the non-hydrating veil side. I think they're very, very close. If I had to choose, I do like the side actually with the hydrating veil a little bit more. I feel like my skin looks just a touch smoother on this side than this side, but I think it's negligible. Okay, let's move on. I don't think I need to powder. This is not a very tacky foundation at all, which is nice. So I'm not gonna powder. I am, however, gonna use this YSL blush. So this again is in shade number 5, Nude Blouse. And this is what the compact looks like. Here is the shade. Oh, it's very pretty. Ooh, and this feels really soft. Let me do a quick swatch here for you. A glowy, like, peachy color. It looks a lot more, I would say it looks a lot more rosy in the pan versus the swatch here. All right, enough yip-yapping. Let's go ahead and apply it. I've got my Surratt, I think this is just called the cheek brush. Yeah, this is the cheek brush. The highlight brush is kind of like pointed. This is the cheek brush. I'm gonna go in and just go straight onto my cheekbone here and work it out. So this blush, wonderfully enough, is not overly pigmented. I feel like I'm building it up nice and slow, which we like when it comes to blush. And it has a really soft sheen. That's really pretty. Yeah, very soft satin finish, I would say it has. And I feel like it's giving me like a really natural kind of like flush appearance. Oh, it's very pretty. Yeah, I've been eyeing this blush for so long and I don't know why I never picked it up, but I put it in my cart this time and I was like, you're staying in the cart. We're getting this, we're staying in the cart. All right, so there's the blush on and nothing. Oh, so lovely. Okay, so blush applied. I didn't use any bronzer because I really, again, I just want to, you know, kind of see how this foundation wears. And if it ends up oxidizing, it's hard to tell, you know, kind of like where bronzer starts and where the foundation ends. So, sorry, I have like a weird fuzzy on my forehead. So not using bronzer today, but I am gonna add a little bit of highlight just to give a little something to my cheeks. So I've got my Cle de Peau Luminizing Face Enhancer. This is in shade number 18. This is one of my favorites. And I am gonna use the Surratt highlight brush. This is the pointy one. Oh, isn't that so pretty? It's so soft. It's like such a like beautiful, soft satin. It's not overly metallic. This is probably one of the best like subtle highlights that I have. It's just gorgeous. Like it does just enough. All right, next up, eyebrows. So I got the La Perla Sculpting Brow Gel, and I got it in the shade 202 Dark Brown. Love this packaging. It comes in a tube. Ooh, this packaging is beautiful. So here is the tube. And let's see. Oh wow, this is a really big wand. So it's got a clear top right here so you can see the shade. Not that it matters, I mean, you still have to open it up, but oh, it's got a big brush. And it looks like the bristles are longer on one side of the brush than the other. I'm trying to get a sense of the actual gel. It is definitely on the wetter side. I don't know if you can tell from that swatch, but there's the color. It's definitely on the wetter side. It's not quite as like thick and dry as brow gels I generally like, but it's also not like too messy. I feel like that's why I don't like loose brow gels. It feels like they just kind of get everywhere. Actually, it's going on fine. You know, it's not like it's getting anywhere. It's not like it's too loose or whatever. Well, all right, there is the brow gel. I really like the shade. I really like the tone of this dark brown. It's very cool. There's no like warmth to it, which I really like. And despite it being on the wetter side, I don't feel like I made a mess applying it. It looks pretty good. Definitely kind of beefed up my brows. There's no fibers in there. I think it's just a gel. Let's see how this one feels. Definitely not stiff. Yeah, I feel like it's gone from like a wet gel to like a pomade. That's what it feels like now. Okay, not bad, not bad. Let's move on to eyeshadow. Yes, so I did get another quad from Cle de Peau, and this is in shade number 306. I don't remember the name, but it's number 306. And this is the one, I couldn't believe I didn't have this. This is the one that is the cool toned one. This kind of looks like the tuxedo version of an eyeshadow quad. Isn't that pretty? Well, I'm just kind of sitting at home today, so I don't need to do anything terribly dramatic. I'll probably use this just along my lash line, maybe to deepen up the outer corners. But let's start with this soft pink over here on the left-hand side. Actually, let's start with some swatches. All right, so those are the 4 shades. I almost feel like this is a quad of 2 duos. These 2 and these 2. So pretty. I think what I'm gonna use are 1, 2, and 4 because these 2 are very close. The silver and the light pink. I don't know if I can use them both. So I'm gonna start with the light pink shade. And I've got my Chanel flat eyeshadow brush. I'm gonna go into that light pink and start just in the inner corner here. Pretty. It really looks quite silvery on my lid. So yeah, I'm not gonna use the silver shade. I think it would end up being pretty redundant. All right, and next I'm gonna go into this shade, which is like a plummy brown. I'm just gonna use the same brush. And Add that in, and it is worth noting that all of the shades are well, none of them are flat matte is what I should say. This black color at the end is almost like a soft satin. Ooh, so those are the two shades. Wow, I really, really love this. I mean, I love Cle de Peau eyeshadows. They all perform so beautifully. So silky smooth. They blend out like a dream. Gorgeous. Okay, next I'm gonna line my eyes with this shade here at the end, and I've got my Bobbi Brown Smoky Eyeliner brush. I'm just gonna load that up with this deep black shade and just run it along the base of my lashes here, both over and under. All right, there is the finished eye look. Wow, I really like it. It's very kind of evening, and I'm not going anywhere today, but that's okay. I really like it. I really am digging these cool tones. All right, let's try this La Perla Volumizing Mascara, and I got in the shade 102 Rich Brown. I do remember thinking they had more shades than I thought. I can't remember exactly, but of course I'll link everything down below in my description box. If you're interested, you can take a look. But I think they definitely had a black. And did they have a blue? I feel like maybe they had a blue. Anyway, I decided to go with brown just because, I don't know, I feel like brown is a little bit more versatile. You know, it can read deep and dark enough like a black, but it can also look a little bit softer. And ooh, we've got some nice weighty packaging here. Looks just like the brow gel. Let's see what this wand looks like. Oh, so the wand looks, I get curved, angled, and the bristles are fairly short, and there's a lot of product on here. So I'm gonna wipe it off. Oh, I almost forgot to curl my lashes. Wow. Okay, let me curl my lashes. I've got my Surratt Releve curler right here. Okay, I've got to wipe this off again. Yeah, there's a lot of product on here. I'm not a fan of that, and now it's like just making a mess. Let's try this. Yeah, it is definitely a volumizing mascara. I feel like it is on the clumpier side, and it's definitely not holding the curl to my lashes. So I don't know if this is the mascara for me, but if you like volumizing mascaras, you may enjoy this one. This wand is okay. I feel like it's taking quite a bit of work to get the product like onto my lashes. I know I wiped some of it off, but there's like plenty. Yeah, there's plenty of product on here. Okay, so there's the mascara applied. I'm not that wowed by it. It's okay. I definitely have other mascaras that I favor much more than this one. All right, let's finally move on to the Sisley Fito Rouge Shine. Again, I got it in the shade number 10, and I think this is the nudist one. Comes with a little velvet pouch there, and we've got the famous Sisley zebra print. And these are refillable, so you can just pull it out like so. And let me do a swatch of this. So these are like a tinted balm. They are really, really moisturizing and just right up my alley. There's like a vanilla cocoa-y kind of scent to it. Smells like dessert. It's making me hungry. So there is number 10 applied. Oh, I love it. Love it, love it. I love the shades that Sisley sent me, but this is definitely one that I would just throw on at any given moment. And it's such a nice pairing to this eyeshadow. You know, when I do like a little bit of a smokier, heavier look, I like a paler lip. I think that pairs nicely. All right, well, we've come to the end here. Let me just take a quick look at this foundation. It looks incredible right now. It looks so smooth here. And don't forget, I didn't put any powder down. So this is just the foundation, and then I have the highlighter and the blush. But this is all just like foundation right in here. Ooh. Ooh, I love it. It looks so, so good. Yes. All right. So that is The foundation, I feel like the hydrating veil was really nice. So that's on this side again. And I mean, I don't think it made a big enough difference in terms of the foundation application on top of it to say like, oh, you really need this. But it's a nice like hydrating kind of primer with SPF in there. If you're looking for something like that, this one is definitely not bad at all. I love the blush. I love the eyeshadow. You know, the two things that were like, okay, the mascara is probably my least favorite. It's just okay. I just don't think there's anything special about it. It doesn't look bad, but definitely time will tell. So I'm gonna leave a pinned comment down below just to let you know how, especially the foundation and the mascara wore, because I think those are probably the two most important things in terms of wear. Yeah, like if this starts to flake or smudge or whatever, I'll leave a pinned comment down below. The eyebrow gel, another one. It was okay. I do like that more than the mascara though. The lips, beautiful. Yeah, everything else was great, great, great. Well, thank you so, so much for tuning in, and a big thank you to Nordstrom for working with me again. And everything will be listed down below in my description box. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe down below if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video.